What's good, y'all? Elvis here, back again with another episode of Better Barbering. For my new people, Better Barber is a series that I started where I share tips and tricks that made me a better barber, that other people used to make them better barbers, and ideally better people. So the series is usually for barbers or let's say artists, entrepreneurs, and people like that. But today I figured I'd make a video on behalf of barbers for clients. I got a list of 5 things your barber wants you to know. Keep in mind, I say this applies to damn near all barbers. This list is obviously not everything your barbers want you to know, but I believe that on some level, all barbers can agree with the things on this list. Number 1 thing your barber wants you to know: we are servants, but we are not slaves. Over the years of me being in this business, I've interacted with a whole lot of people, and 80% of your business comes from 20% of your clients. Most of the people you're going to be interacting with, it might be 1, 2, or a few times, but they don't stay within your business through your whole career. And the vast majority of people that are in the market for haircuts are not people that actually value their barbers as individuals. They look at them as a resource to get haircuts, and ain't nothing necessarily wrong with that. It becomes a problem when there's not that common level of human respect for the person that really is in charge of how you look. People will blow your phone up, disrespect your time and energy boundaries, try to play with your price, try to get deals, try to get discounts. Even people that pay your price, a lot of times they're not gonna respect you. They could potentially make more money than you, or think that they make more money than you, and be talking down to you in the chair, or talking down to you about your life decisions and this and that. Because I mean, there is a stigma with being a barber. Like, a lot of people don't consider that a real profession. But personally, I think that applies to damn near any craft or trade for real. Like, if you don't take it serious, nothing's a real profession. There's mechanics that phone it in at their job. There's doctors that phone it in at their job. Having credentials and having something that's you're officially certified in doesn't necessarily make you more qualified. What were qualifications before certifications? It was just competence, the people that were doing it well. And as a barber, you got to understand, most people are not going to talk to you outside of just needing to get a haircut. Because other people, they've got things that they care about more, and that's just how it be. And there's a lot of people that you're going to interact with. The only real value y'all going to be trading with each other is you providing the service and them providing the money. So there's going to be a lot of conditional relationships if you just allow your business to grow in that way. And that's not a problem as long as everybody's getting the value that they want. But that value also comes with a layer of respect required. If you don't come with that respect, I'm not justifying it, but you can't really expect people to go above and beyond and try their best if they don't feel respected and appreciated in what they're doing. That kind of goes into number 2. Your barber wants you to know that booking services benefit everybody. Even if your barber doesn't specifically use like an online booking software or something, booking through the way that they prefer you to book through is better for everybody involved. Way back when, before I had online booking, I had to have manual conversations with everybody that was on my schedule. And that's not even talking about the people that are just inquiring about booking. Let's say I have 5 times available for a day. Somebody's like, oh, what times you got available? I send them 3 times or something. They get back to me in 30 minutes. Between me sending that text and me waiting for their reply, people wanted the slots that they asked for. So now when they hit me back, I'm like, oh, well, these are the times available now. And now I got to go back and forth with every client I'm going to have that day. Every week, every month. Not to even mention the new clients that are trying to come in. That's stressful on everybody. My booking service is online. You could literally tap the link, find the service you want, and pick the exact time that you want that works for you. There's not you texting me, then waiting on me to respond, and then me texting you, waiting for you to respond. None of that shit. It saves everybody a ridiculous amount of time and energy. Number 3 thing your barber wants you to know: we are barbers, not magicians. I do believe that haircuts can be a magical thing, you know what I'm saying? They could turn somebody from a 7 to a 9, you feel me? It could boost somebody's confidence. It could really change your energy, you know what I'm saying? How you interact with the world. But on some real shit, if you don't have your own level of confidence about like yourself, a haircut is not gonna do much for you, bro. And I've realized that some of the most problematic clients are people that don't have their own confidence, and they're kind of relying on a barber to implant that for them. And then they tend to be the people that are the biggest perfectionists with their haircuts. Like, they'll come in with a very specific picture and they're like, oh, I want it like this and like this and like this and like this. And as a barber, I'm looking at it like, this is not an accurate picture for what you really are even gonna get, because like a few things that make a haircut picture unrealistic: your head shape or your face structure significantly different, as well as the texture and the quality of your hair. I've realized my most problematic clients have been the people that don't understand what's realistic for them when they come in with a picture. And it's such a big deal to them because confidence and whatever security is riding on this service. And that's not a great interaction for the barber or the client, for real. So be as realistic as possible with what you want. So even if you're being somewhat realistic with what you want, if you don't communicate effectively with a barber, we're not mind readers. Given, I do think an excellent barber is somebody who can like really break down to whatever the client's level of understanding is and try to pry, and within their consultation they're getting more than enough information to make an educated guess of what this client's actually getting at. So I don't expect clients to go in with expert knowledge and nomenclature and jargon for barbers to understand. But if you haven't nailed down what you want and you're trusting somebody's judgment, you can't be like crazy picky about the end result. We can always edit and adjust and touch things up towards the end of the service, you know, if there's some things that you need tweaked, but you can't expect to mentally project what you need directly into your barber's head. Number 4 thing your barber wants you to know, it also kind of ties into number 3. Social media is not real. Social media has really blessed the barber industry, I'm gonna keep it stacked, but it also has kind of fucked the game up a little bit because everybody's enhancements. Barely anybody work on fundamentals. A lot of times clients and people that are not real well versed in the art of cutting hair will see a picture that's like, let's say crazy sharp dark corners, and they'll be like, oh well, this is immaculate haircut, I want this. And they usually don't understand that that cut is either enhanced or a lot of times Photoshop. There's so many haircuts I see that's like, oh, that blend look crazy. I zoom in and I'm like, you can't even see the hair follicles. That's not a real haircut. There's all this false advertising, false promotion on social media to get exposure. People show me pictures of barbers that I know, and I know that's not even how they cut. They're just good at taking pictures. But if the client in my chair doesn't understand that, there's an expectation for me to rise to this unnatural, impossible level of quality. Even though, I mean, I'm not gonna front, I think I'm pretty smooth, I get pretty close. But realistically, that's on me as a barber to explain and break that down to clients. And if they do want some enhancement, shoot, we can make that happen. But don't expect the haircut to look and stay like that indefinitely. Number 5 things your barber wants you to know. No haircut is perfect. Haircuts get better over time. Even if my clientele is full of a bunch of people that want bald fades, high bald fades. Person to person, each high bald fade is different. 2 barbers' high bald fade are almost never identical. Everybody cuts hair in their own way, as well as every client has their own hair. Nobody has hair like you specifically. So the first haircut that a barber does on you probably will not be the best one they will ever do. Every first haircut you do on a client, regardless of what your level of skill is, you're learning their hair. Once you get to a certain level of ability, like, people can't tell the difference between your first and your second cut, but as a barber, you can always do that. First time I'm cutting somebody's hair, I'm scoping out the scene, I'm finding out if they have grain changes, cowlicks, all that stuff. And depending on what I find in their hair, I have to approach the haircut slightly differently. So every haircut that I do going forward, I'm more informed as far as how to get to the desired end result. But then also, the haircuts get better over time because you as a client will understand what you like about the haircuts more. But then also me as a barber, I'd understand how to manipulate your hair better, but then even I'll get a better idea of what fits you from my artistic perspective. And not even just the haircut specifically. The longer that you stay with a barber, is assuming that y'all have your own level of resonance, y'all get along, the bond is gonna grow. So the value of the interaction will grow. This won't be just the person that is in charge of making your hair shorter when you got to take a picture. This would probably be the homie. You might invite them to cookouts. There's a lot of people that I just kind of one-off cut, and then they basically turn into family for me. It's not worth getting hung up on like 1 or 2 details that are slightly off for the first haircut that you get from somebody, or the first few haircuts, assuming that you're effectively communicating what your problem is. Because if you're just kind of willing and hoping that, oh, this shit will just get better, and you don't know what about it you actually want to improve, then you can't really be mad about what you get. I'm gonna keep it a sec. But that is my list of the 5 things your barber wants you to know. If you got any value from this video, go ahead and like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. If you are interested in more content similar to this, where I'll be talking with like-minded artists, entrepreneurs, shoot, my clients, barbers, other people like that, you would love my Patreon. You can go ahead and check out the link in the description. If you haven't already followed me, go ahead and follow your boy on Instagram as well as TikTok, @CutsByElvis, @BetterBarbering. But thank you again, appreciate you. Till next time, craft of a clout, I'm out.